A very good afternoon to you, and welcome to the Bears Best in Cheongna, right here in Incheon. It's a lovely day today, and temperature, of course, has been at a healthy 30 degrees Celsius. It's a sunny day, partially cloudy, but sunny skies, blue skies for most part, light blue. 3.6 speeds as far as the wind is concerned. And this, of course, is the 15th LOTTE Open. My name is Glenn Mascarenas, and I'm here to take you through this event right till the final round. Hye-jun will be aiming for a birdie on hole 8, and she's the current leader. Wasn't really at the peak of her powers yesterday, did struggle a little bit, but here she is. She's done exceptionally well, and I do believe that this is something to look forward to. So Hye-jun actually stealing the thunder away from Seung-hui. She's at 11 under, while Seung-hui is at 10 under. Seung-hui still has to, of course, get through the motions. She's through hole 8. Song, meanwhile, who sits with 5 under, and that's what she amassed the first day. Nothing's changed for her so far, and she still is pretty much at the same spot that she was. So it's an interesting one for all of us to see how this actually progresses. Here's Seung-hui. And she's been missing her putts today, and that's been a bit of a problem. She could have tied again, at the top of the leaderboard. She tapped that in for an even score. Hye-jun, third stroke on hole 13, and she just narrowly missed out on nailing a birdie there. Up next, it's Hye-jun. Remember that eagle on day 1. She's on to a second stroke for hole 15. 92 meters to cover. Hye-jun currently in tied third, along with Lee Dae-yeon. And that's the changes we were talking about. You look at the tied 5th now, and Bong Gyu-min is in there as well. Beautiful drone shot, as always. I always call this Legoland whenever you get to a golf course which has habitation around it, or it's got residences and buildings. Very, very interesting place to be in. There we go, Hye-jun teeing off for hole number 9. It's been a good time for her, a very good time if you ask me. She's all smiles. She's had a... Well, it's pretty much this, you hit your stride and you're going to keep walking to the finish line. What happens is, of course, if along the way you lose yourself in the woods. Now, Kim Hye-jun, that's her 11th hole. She's falling shy of nailing a birdie. It's a bit of a feeble shot from her. I don't think she's going to be too concerned. Hye-jun will go next. Third stroke on hole number 15, her approach shot. She's got to be careful not to drop points here. It's going to be a tough goal for her to finish with an even score. Min will go next. She aims for birdie on hole number 11. It's a bit of a distance. She can cover it. Looks like she'll try and finish that off rather than stay on board for too long. Now that's done. Song will aim next for a birdie on hole 9. It hasn't been, well, a great round for her. It wasn't a great round for her in round 2. In round 3, she's had those continuing issues. Hasn't been able to get those putts right. She's still at a 5 under. Had 3 bogeys in there and 1 birdie. It's been a bit challenging. She led the way on day 1, but since then, of course, she's just kind of dropped out. You know, in form a little bit. GUI. Birdie on hole 12. Oh, that's beautifully done, which means she's up to a 6 under as well. 1 bogey and 3 birdies in there, just enough to keep her head above the water. Seung-hui. Second stroke on hole 9. She needs to, of course, you know, pull herself together. Hye-jun to finish on par for hole 11. Hye-jun, second stroke for hole 9. Got herself at a bit of a distance from the tin cup. Can't work for a birdie. Well, she's been in good form today. Hye-jun looking to finish on par here for hole 15. Remember, she's got to keep those points well steady. She can't afford to drop too much, and I think that that's going to be a bit of a concern for her. And that's exactly what I was talking about when she did get that shot to travel pretty far. Meanwhile, getting ready to tee off here. Soon. She's had 2 over today. She's currently at a 1 over score. Let's hold on for her. So interesting times ahead for us here at the golf course, and we've had 3 different leaders over 3 different days. Let's figure out what today will bring. Needs a bit of a turn on that. I think that's just going to fall shy. So goes next, the third stroke. Hole 10. Oh, that's beautiful. That's an absolutely marvelous effort from her, and an eagle on hole 10. So she's up to a 6 under. What a relief after having 2 bogeys on hole 2 and 3, and an eagle to undo that punch and sill. And this is what she does. She too comes out with those stellar shots sometimes. And if she can keep that form right through the in today, it's going to be very, very interesting. You already have the fans turn out. It's all the young ones. I'm guessing they're from one school in the area, and that's absolutely brilliant because that's what you require. You require well, as much of support as you can get, and I do believe that's what makes the difference here. Seung-hui, and she's back to being a joint leader after she finishes with a birdie on her last hole. So finally that breakthrough as she ties in. If you can gain a good bit of distance on the fairways, that's all you require to really get ahead.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I do love that music. Although sometimes I just prefer a bit of AC/DC maybe. You do hear it a lot at well, football games, sometimes at the baseball games as well. And the Lotte, the pink bear, is that the Lotte bear? I think it is. Around, take a little bit of, especially for, I think the young ones, I think it's fantastic to have the mascot around. It's so good to see the young ones come out here. Many of them would probably be even promising golfers going ahead, and that'd be fantastic to know. I do believe at events like this, it's where, you know, most youngsters really pick up their love for sports, sometimes accompanying their parents to the events. Lee Si-hee, hole number 10, will tee off for 84 meters to cover here. Som as she tees off for hole 10. Really needs to get herself together. It's a par 5 for the asking. Not entirely in control. Kept that a little bit flatter with her effort, but she's got a good bit of distance on the fairways, and I think that should really work in favor of her. So Seung-hui continues to lead the way along with Park Hye-jun now with 11 under. They're both right there at the top through hole 9. It's going to be a tough battle. Lee Dae-yeon and Choi Kar-bin, of course, are in tie third. Choi Kar-bin dropping a little bit today after getting that 1 over score, and she's at 8 under. It will be interesting to see how well the others pan out, because right there in tied fifth you have Yoo Hyun Jo, Hwang Yoo Min, Lee Sung Yeon, Seo Kyo Rim, and of course, well, there's Jaravi Bunchant, and they all have 7 under. Keep in mind the fact that most of them are still playing, none of them really from the dew sweepers. Most of these golfers are still very much in the running, chasing that top spot on the leaderboard. Looking at the way it's going, I feel it's going to be a very, very tight contest here. And then, of course, let's look at the tied 10s. You've got, well, Lee Ga-young, Lee Chae-yoon, Ji Yoo-ai, Kim Hyo-joo, Bong Shin-sil, Son Yi-bin, Hong Jun-min, Bae So-yoon, Lee Si-hee, Jong Yoon-ji, and Sung Yoo-jin. Now, all of them sit on 6 under. Keep in mind the fact that Lee Ga-young is still the defending champion. She won this event last year in a playoff with Yoon In-na and, if I'm not mistaken, Choi Yi-rim. But currently, Lee Ga-young has a 3 under score today. She's through hole 8, which means it's going to be interesting because she's still got a lot to play for, and she could very well be a strong contender coming in tomorrow. Bit of a late bloomer, not talking about her personally, but in golf, she always does not make a splash on the first round or the second round. Picks up later on in the event. Stay with us as we continue with our coverage of the 15th Lotte Open, which is being played at the Bears Best Cheongna Golf Course right here in Incheon. My name is Glenn Mascarenas, and I'm here to take you through the event right till the end of tomorrow. Don't go anywhere. Hwang Yoo Min will aim for birdie on hole number 12. Remember, she's at a 7 under. She's been in good stead. Very, very steady with her progress since round 1. Looking good today. A lot more solid and confident. Yesterday she was fairly intense too. Remember, she gave us that eagle. Beautifully done. Needed a bit of coaxing and that ball decided to work in her favor. So birdie is on the 9th, 10th and 12th hole. And she's up to an 8 under. She's actually enjoying her time here now. Meanwhile, Lee Dae-yeon, who's already on 8 under, will aim for birdie on hole 14 to uplift her performance. That's just a reverse. It's a bit of a rejection from the tin cup. I don't think Lee Dae-yeon was expecting that. And what are the chances of that happening? Well, she understands that too. ENG will go next. Second stroke for hole 10. Marasom still stuck on that 5 under. Hye-jun looking to finish on par for hole 12. She does manage to keep an even score here. For the camera. Well, I do like her style. She's a really cool golfer. And out come the sunnies. You really require them at this point of time. Live green, play green, wear a green top, and you might just drive that really far. I just had to put that in. Seung-hui will go next with hole number 10. It's a par 5 for the asking, 484 meters. She's the current joint leader. Now, there's something that I love about the golfers like Wang Yumin and Seung-hui. They just come across as the girl next door, who you can have a chat with. Probably walk across to borrow some sugar when you need some for your coffee. But don't be fooled by that. They are very, very sharp golfers. Lee Si-hee onto her third stroke for hole 10. 80 meters to cover. She's on 6 under for the time being. And I do love that when golfers seem so unassuming. Oh, that is absolute perfection. Absolute perfection there. Got it so close, and she was really at the top of her game, Lee Si-hee, the last on day one. She's kind of dropped out of favor yesterday, but she might be back. And Choi Kabin, who did so well yesterday, well, still has to find her feet today, carrying an 800 here. She tees off. And I do believe that it can be quite a daunting, moment for golfers who are just about losing their steam. Hye-jun goes next. 11 under for her here. and she's in the same. It's interesting because she and Roh Seung-hui have been slotted together, and I think that that's going to be quite an event to watch. It's a battle within a battle in that trio. And they're good mates, so don't forget there's always well, something to cheer about as they move forward to their next destination. Meanwhile, it's Jeong-eun-ji. Third stroke for hole 10. And I think she may have just hit the cat box today, and she knows it. Not too impressed with that effort. Song has set herself up for a birdie, and I think it should work very well for her. Lee Dae-young goes next. Second stroke for hole 15. Stopping the foot around. Hong Jun-min needed to get out of the sandbox, and I think she'll be happy with that. Hwang Yoo-min, second stroke for hole 13, needs to get out of a spot at a lower level. Don't think that should be, well, too difficult for her. I think she's just got out of the pan and into the fire. I think getting into a rough spot there, Hwang Yoo-min. It happens to on most days in most events. You know, she hits her stride, just loses a footing along the way. Roh Seung-hui is still staying steady there. Second stroke for hole 10, 245 meters that she's looking at. You see he aims for birdie on hole number 10. And that's exactly what she does. It's well played. She set herself up very well, had a beautiful approach shot earlier. Onto a second stroke for hole 10. Hye-jun goes next, second stroke for hole 10. Remember, she's the joint leader. So Seung-hui and Hye-jun continue to lead the way with that 11 under. They are through hole 9. Lee Dae-yeon, Hwang Yoo-min and Choi Ka-bin, of course, are in tied third. And then Yoo-hyun-jo, Seo Kyu-rim and Lee Si-hee with that 7 under sit in tied sixth, along with Lee Sung-yeon and Jaravi Boonchant. Lee Ga-yong, along with the rest of the pack, will sit, following them. I think it's going to be interesting to see how things pan out as far as this is concerned. So all said and done, it's brewing to be a really tough battle here, and I think this is the point where the golfers start hitting a few blocks and a few stones along the way, and left to be seen if they can overcome those. There's been a change, of course, in the weather. When we started off, it was about 30 degrees Celsius. That's remained the same, but wind speeds in between were up to about 3.7 miles. It's dropped down back again to 2.2. No rainfall predicted, partly cloudy skies, and not a bright blue, in the roof above our heads, but it's definitely a light blue, and I think that that's still very, very favorable for a good round of golf. Choi Ka-bin needs to find her way through as well. It's an 8 under for her. Third stroke on hole number 10. Hye, who's now beginning to look a little bit more stronger as the day progresses. Will go for a tee off on hole 11. 355 meters is what she's looking at. Seung-hui up next. Third stroke on hole number 10. 63 meters to cover. This is her approach shot. Well, I think just giving that ball a little bit of a distance, was aiming to get it closer to the tin cup. Hye-jun will aim for birdie on hole number 12. And that's well played. That ball decided to drop in. Hye-jun goes up to 7 under, 2 birdies and a bogey in there so far, and I think it's been a fairly steady performance from her. Lee on aims for birdie on hole number 15. And well, that's well played. And that's a bit of joy for her as well. She missed out on the previous hole, and here she is. 5 birdies in there. She's up to a 9 under. It's been a great performance from her today. Wang Yumin. And she is going through the motions today. She's had a few, well, bad runs, and I think that this is, she always has one hole that is a stumbling block, and this could very well be it. Did land herself in the rough, got herself from there almost into the woods. Now it looks like she may have hit a hazard. Well, Hye-jun, meanwhile, set herself up here for a birdie and a chance. Oh, that is absolutely stunning. And this is why she's been, well, really in the nick today. An eagle on hole 10, and she's up to a 13 under. Absolutely marvelous. 2 birdies and an eagle. So now she sails ahead of Seung-hui by, well, 2 points. That is a marvelous effort from her, and I do believe, as I said, it's going to be probably, you know, the play of the day. Talking of Wang Yumin getting out, well, so did Kim Hye-jun, just keeping her company as she needs to get out of a tough spot as well. She's chipped that well, and if that goes in, I'll be. I just wish it would have. Masterclass there from Kim Hye-jun. Oh, she's a really good talent to watch, isn't she? Absolutely. I've always said this. Probably the coolest golfer in the KLPGA. Just needs to tap that in to finish it out. But that was such a marvelous effort from her. So she'll keep an even score there. She's at 6 under, has had 1 bogey on hole 2 and 2 birdies. It's been a steady performance from her too. Meanwhile, here's Seung-hui. Needs to craft this well. Remember, her counterpart got an eagle. She needs to finish here with a birdie. That's just going to fall shy. Bit of a tough shot, I would have thought. Can clean it up for an even score and keep her 11 under intact to remain in second position, and that's what she does. shakeup in. Aim for birdie here. And that's well played. Chris is in shot there, and she's beginning to find the feet as well. Tied ranked third. Had two bogeys there and a birdie here on, well, the first hole of the in. I think will just serve her well. GUI aiming for birdie on hole 14. And that's well played by her as well, and she's up to a 7 under, fourth birdie of the day. It's been a good performance from GUI. Wang Yumin. Well, bogey's that, and she's glad that she didn't do more than that. It was a tough one for her. Had three really tough obstacles to overcome. I think she's pulled herself together for it. May drop points, but it's not as bad. Well, as she did believe.
Sure.
It's been a very, very good day at the office, as we can see. For Hye-jun. Two birdies and a bogey, and that's been good for her. And a banana as well from a caddy, and that's typically a girl, isn't it? She just went for the smaller one. Would not want to fill her stomach too much. Choi Kabin. Up next, it's us men who would just choose the bigger portion. So here she is. Choi Kabin will aim for, well, another birdie as she gets started with hole number 11 and tees off.
Sure.
Fairly decent form. Keeps a very solid lower body actually on this. There's a good bit of swing in that. She's gained a bit of distance as well. Seung-hui gets started next as well. Bang Chun-sil, chance for a birdie here on hole 12. Remember, she had a beautiful eagle there earlier. 8.2 meters to the hole. Somehow think she works better with complex shots. That ball's afraid of the dot. There's no doubt about it. She's going to peek there and sit and watch the tin cup and smile. She really just needs to tap that in. Just trying to figure out what the issue was. Just needed a bit of encouragement, that ball. Leon will go next. Seung-hui aiming for birdie on hole number 11. Oh, marvelous. Absolutely marvelous there. And she's just been getting all that right. So consecutive birdies on hole 10 and 11. She had a buzzer, of course, on hole 4. But she's just finding her feet back again, and that smile says it all. Hye-jun onto a second stroke for hole 13. We'll go on with an 8 iron. 123 meters to cover. That's a good bit of elevation from her. So fairly well done. Good placement there on the green for Hye-jun.
컨쳐야 돼, 컨쳐. 스코어는 세긴 한데 핀 이상 우측 볼 필요가 없어.
Hye-jun, second stroke on hole 11. She's got a good lead now, 2 points ahead of Seung-hui, and once again a decent enough positioning on the carpet for her. Carbon, second stroke on hole 11. Not a bad effort from her as well. Seung-hui, second stroke for hole 11. Hye-jun still at the top with the 13 under, Seung-hui in second with 11 under on the leaderboard, Lee Dae-yeon and Choi Carbon in tied third with 9 under, Lee Si-hee with 8 under in fifth, and Yoo-hyun Jo, GUI and Hwang Yoo-min with 7 under in tied sixth. Hwang Yoo-min, of course, did kind of get away from a scare. They sit with Bae So-yoon, Lee Sung-gyun, Seo Kyu-rim and Jaravi Boon-chat. So let's not forget that GUI, who's also in the contest today, is from China. She's a fairly popular golfer there, and she's playing on the KLPGA now. And along with her, also must remind you that we've got Jaravi Boon-chat, who is from Thailand, also a superb golfer to watch in action. GUI is in tied sixth, along with Jaravi Boon-chat.
분위기 탄다.
She's on to her third stroke for hole 14. Got away with a bogey on that previous hole. Oh, that is beautiful placement. Absolutely wonderful placement there from Hwang Yoo-min. And I think that should just put a smile on her face for the time being. Meanwhile, Choi Ka-bin looking to finish on par for hole 11. That's what she does. Kim Yoo-jo gauging the situation. She's fairly close to nailing a birdie here as well on hole 14. And that's knocked in fairly well. So well played there by Kim Hye-jun. Meanwhile, it's back to Bang Chun-sil. So it'll be her third stroke on hole 13. And she'll sit just within, well, the green, and I think that should work well for her. Easy heat. We'll tee off for hole 12. Just 150 meters, and that can always be the most tricky part. And that's exactly what I meant. It does look like she's at the beach there. Wang Yumin aiming for birdie on hole 14. And well played there. She had that beautiful approach shot. Perfect placement. She's back up to an 8 under. Good comeback from that bogey on hole 13. Jung Yun-ji will tee off for hole 12 as well. She's going in with an 8 iron. Bang Chun-sil will aim to keep this at an even score on hole 13. That's going to be a bit of a worry for her. But she'll tap in to clean it up nice and easy. She's had an eagle there and 4 bogeys, and that's been a bit of a worry. Those 2 bogeys following the eagle, just drawing her points down. So Park Hye-jun continues to lead the way with a 13 under. Roh Seung-hui in second with 11 under. Yoo Hyun-jo, Lee Daeon and Choi Ka-bin still very close with 9 under in tied third. Keep in mind the fact that you've got Wang Yumin, Lee Si-hee in tied 6th now with 8 under, and that separated the rest of the pack to a tied 7th and a tied 8th. In tied 8th, you've got Kim Hye-jun, Bai So-yoon, Seo Kyu-rim, Lee Sung-yeon and Jaravid Boonchant. Hye needs to avoid the suntan and get off the beach. Second stroke here. And not a bad effort at all as she gets herself out of a spot of trouble. And a quick tap in will solve the issue here. Hye also going through the motions. And just a bit to think about here for Choi Karbin. As our golfers will do rest on those seats. Seung-hui there along with Park Hye-jun. Seung-hui aiming for birdie here. Lead A on. Chance for a birdie on hole 17. Have to do her best. Very well played, confident shot here. And she will accept the applause for a job well done. Song needs to get back to winning ways as well on hole 12. And yes, she does. She's up to a 7 under now. Back to Young. Will also finish there with a birdie, and that's going to serve her well. So she's up to a 4 under by hole 15.
네, 하겠습니다.
Hole number 12, and that's going to make a difference here. As Park Hye-jun gets ready to tee off, remember 150 meters. This is a tricky hole. You've got to avoid, the sand traps, and they really make a bit of a difference. I think Park Hye-jun's done well to just stay on the border of the green. She's avoided getting over onto, the cat box there, which is just beyond the green, and there's a water hazard in front of it as well. Choi Karbin will tee off for hole number 12. She's going to go with an 8 iron. She's got herself back up to a 9 under. Could do very well and still tap her that top order if she keeps pecking away. played by her. Lee Si-hee will tee off for hole number 13.
자.
Seung-hui up next. Not a bad effort at all, and she's got it closer to the flagstick. Smile to say it all.
대훈이 형 기압으로 갑니다.
She always has a smile on the face, 9 out of 10. So the Lotte Open, the 15th edition. Remember the iconic brand Lotte, if you're a fan of it like I am. Everything from the confectionery to the candies to the gum to the, to the soft beverage as well, which is the Lotte cider. Pretty much as popular and common as water in the Korean Republic. You know, every time I do land, you know, up here, the first thing that I do get is a Lotte cider. I don't know if you're a fan of it as much as I am, but it's just kind of, well, just natural to do that. Hole number 18 here. And that's straight onto the beach, plumb. I don't think that was the intention. It's a bit unfortunate here for our golfer. Having said that, elsewhere on the course, Son Ye-bin will be looking for a birdie on hole number 14. And that's well played by her. Absolutely well played by her. That's just gonna skim over the surface. I was expecting to do a little bit better than that, Park Hye-jun. Well, she cleaned that up, so not a worry for her. She still stays well ahead of the pack. Monument goes next. Once again in a bit of an odd spot, but she's got herself out of it fairly clean. Shakeup in. It's quite a distance for her to aim for a birdie, but she has come up with surprises in the past. That's going to be a Cuban for her, but I think it shouldn't be too much of a worry to just tap that in and get it on with. That's exactly what she does. So no worries here. Kim Yoo-ju aiming for birdie on hole 15. The day has progressed in a very interesting manner for her as well. And Seung-hui just missing out on a birdie. This was a chance to just catch up a little bit, I do believe, with Hye-jun. She finished that with an on par, so that placement not really making too much of a difference for her. Beautiful positioning on the green earlier. Yes, Hye-jun will aim for birdie on hole number 13.
That's for the
That's a fine finish from her. She'll be happy about that. Meanwhile, it's back to Bang Sil. Third stroke on hole 14. Well played by her. On to a third stroke, needs to get out of the beach, remember. That's hole number 18 for her. Do expect to see her tomorrow as well. Interesting when you do get to that last hole, and remember yesterday on hole 18, just to remind you, it's the USA course on the out and the Australasia course on the in. Now here's Hwang Yoo-min looking to finish on par for hole number 15. It'll be quite an interesting bit for her. I think she's done well. Does come out with those stellar moments for us every now and then. Bang Sil, picture of concentration here for hole number 14. That's well played. Has a fair share of struggles, but she does come good.
플레이하겠습니다.
Hye-jun tees off for hole number 13. It's a fairly strong one from her. Gains a good bit of distance on the course as well. Choi Carbin teeing off for hole number 13. Once again, keeping that low body just rock solid. But this time, I think she's found one of the fans. And it looks like that ball's, well, did it sail out of bounds, or you got to get a view of it. Seung-hui will go next. Got a good bit of a wallop behind that one, right here on hole 13. And Seung-hui has done well.
나 찍었으면 모르겠다 나가. 오늘 찍어.
Next, it's going to be Kim Min-sun 7. Kind of dropped off the order yesterday. Will aim for birdie on hole 15. She'd be glad to just get roll herself back up the leaderboard. Lee Dae-yeon, meanwhile, who's with 10 under, will look to finish with a birdie on hole 18. She's going to be a strong contender tomorrow, regardless of how she finishes here today. Narrow miss for a birdie, but she can clean that up with an even score. And a 10 under is a very, very healthy score for her. As she finishes her efforts for the day, with 31 on the out and 35 on the in. She's got about 6 birdies and a bogey in there, and a 10 under score, so I think that's going to work well for her. Meanwhile, Choi Ka-bin will have to find the ball.
세게 맞지 않았어요. 가운데서? 네? 가운데서? 네, 가운데서 맞고 저만 이렇게 화이팅 화이팅 하세요.
Seung-hui rim, second stroke for hole 15. Oh, lovely positioning from her. Absolutely perfect placement on the green. And over to the hole-in-one event for hole 17. 173 meters, a par 3 for the asking. GUI will go on next. GUI, of course, is a Chinese golfer. Has made good strides on the Asian tours. And very well played. Set herself up for a birdie here. So over to Park Hye-jun now to figure out what her plan of action will be. Hye-jun going in with a second stroke for hole 13. Well, that is absolutely stellar from her. Park Hye-jun just placing it. That ball not moving too much as well. Very well played. Fairly decisive and precision strokes from her today. And round 3 has really been an eye-opener for Park Hye-jun. Choi Ka-bin. Second stroke for hole 13. 154 meters to cover.
샷.
And very well played to get herself onto the green. She's just going to sail off it, and I think that's going to be a tad bit of a trouble as she gets into the rough. Will stay just beyond the reeds. Just a tad bit too much of club on it, and she knows it. That expression says it all. Here's Seung-hui now. Still keeping herself together. She's had a blemish-free performance, but she has to pull in those birdies. Remember, her group mate Park Hye-jun is just 2 points ahead still. And she'll take her time to figure this out. Also the direction in which she's got to go. Bit of a whip behind that. And well played by Seung-hui as she lands plumb there on the carpet. Got a few ups and downs on this at this very hole, but that's just going to make it a bit more interesting. Here's Seung-hui aims for birdie on hole 15, 3.5 meters, can do it, and yes she does. It's a good moment here for Seung-hui. Consecutive birdies on 14 and 15 will take the score up to a 7 under. Hye-jun will aim for birdie on hole number 15. Fairly well finished by her. Hye-jun does well too. Hye-jun, we've missed her. Well, for the earlier part, she's on an even score. We'll go in for a third stroke for hole 14. Well, that is a terrific approach shot, absolutely terrific. Seung-hui, she too has kept herself in good stead. The birdie will see her move up to an 8 under. And that's, I thought it was going to be a tough shot, but I think just getting enough of a nudge that ball. So blemish-free performance, 2 birdies in there today and an 8 underscore. So very quickly, let's run you through our world leaderboard. Park Hye-jun still up there with 13 under, with Seung-hui in second with 11 under. Lee Dae-yeon now is officially third with 10 under, while Hye-jun, Jo and Choi Tobin share tied fourth with 9 under. Bae Soo-yoon, Hwang Yoo-min and Seok-Yoo-rim, along with Lee Si-hee, are with 8 under in tied 6th, while in tied 10th we've got Seung-hui, Kim Hye-joo, Lee Sung-yeon and Jaravi Boon-chung. Stay with us as the action continues right here in the 15th Lotte Open. We are coming at you live from the Bears Best in Cheongna, and I do hope that you're enjoying this round 3 as much as we are. Lee Hye-jun is on with the third stroke for hole number 14. Looking to find, well, the right spot to dock that in. And this approach shot for her will be, well, a bit different from what she would have planned originally. Meanwhile, here's Choi Carbin. Song goes next. It's going to be a third stroke for hole 14. Park Hye-jun aiming for birdie on hole 13.
나이스
That's a
버디.
good enough finish for her. So Park Hye-jun has really gone from strength to strength in today's event. And as Kim Hye-ju tees off for hole number 17, it's going to be interesting. Going to sail towards the border. And teeing off for hole 14 after winning the right to tee off. Now looking more and more confident as the day progresses. Park Hye-jun tees off for hole 14. She's currently on a 14 under score, stretching herself away from Seung-hui as well. Seung-hui will have to craft a chance as well. She missed out on one opportunity to catch up with Park Hye-jun. Park Hye-jun's been a bit of a mover today, including that well, amazing moment that she had earlier. And I just remember the name of the cider, Lotte Chilsung. Well, it's just behind there on the board. Had to say it. Absolutely love it. They do have it now, of course, in the zero. A lot of the products in zero as well, but I'd still prefer just the sugar. Talking of which, Seung-hui, of course, gets a bit of sweetness there on the fairways. Good enough drive from her. I do believe she is concerned about the fact that well, lead has been stretched to quite a bit. Wang Yumin teeing off for hole 17, hole in 1 year as well. This is that particular hole, and interesting to see how Wang Yumin crafts this. She's got herself onto the green. Quite a fair distance from a destination though. There's Hye aiming for birdie on hole 14. She'll have to work a tad bit more for that. Meanwhile, elsewhere on the course, it's time to move on and see what Hye-jun can come up with. Oh, well played. Absolutely marvelous effort here from Hye-jun. Just getting enough of a turn to dip in towards the right. Consecutive birdies on 15 and 16, and she's moved up to a 9 under. And it's turning out to be a very, very good day for her. Meanwhile, Jung Yun-ji still going through the motions. She's got herself to a 5 under. We'll aim for birdie here on hole 14. few worries here for Jung Yoon-ji. Goes next. And a bit of a duff shot from her. Would have been expecting to do a little better than that. Song will aim for birdie on hole 14. Seung-hui onto a second stroke for hole 14. Remember, she's still at 11 under, needs to well uplift her performance too.
바로 플레이 하겠습니다.
Hye-jun will go next. Second stroke for hole 14. Will aim for birdie on hole number 17. And that's just going to sail past the tin cup. I think as long as she can keep an even score, doesn't really drop points, she should keep herself in good form for tomorrow. Hye-jun up there with the 14 under. Seung-hui still in second with 11 under. Lee Dae-yeon with 10 under in third, and then the tied fourth duo of Hye-jun and Bae So-yoon with 9 under, and in tied six Seok-rim, Lee Si-hee, and you know it's looking like even those tied ninths might have a bit of a chance there with Jaravi Boon-chan still there with that score. Seung-hui will mark her direction very well here, as always. Oh, that is fantastic. That is a stunning approach shot from her. And let's get a view of that again. Well, there she goes. Just gets the right amount of height. And that ball's going to stay plumb with 2 bounces awaiting her to knock in a birdie.
플레이하겠습니다.
Third stroke on hole 14. Meanwhile, Hye-jun will tee off for hole 15. She's up to an 8 under as well. She's up that beautifully. Absolutely marvelous drive from her. GUI, third stroke for hole 18. Seung-hui finishes with a birdie on hole 14, finally moves up to a 12 under. So a birdie so far on the out, a birdie on the in, even scores all around, and it's been fairly decent from her. Meanwhile, Hye-jun will go on with her tee off for hole number 17, which is the hole-in-one event. 9 under her current score. She'll use a 6 iron. Finishes with 34 on the out, 35 on the in, and a 7 under score. She'll be happy about that. It's been a good performance from her. We are going to see her back tomorrow for certain. Park Hye-jun will go next. Birdie might be out of the question, but an even score might be. Just a narrow miss here for her. Up in the air. Chance here to do something. And that's going to sail well, just a little bit over the destination. Too much of club on that one.
Okay.
That's well played. Extremely well played here by Park Hye-jun, but she'll stay in with an even score for this one. It's been an interesting day for Bae Soo-yoon. You know, after round one, she did have a very interesting one. Round two was fairly a couple of obstacles for her, but she's actually come good in round three. And what we're looking at is this sudden chunk of golfers who've done very well today, aiming for birdie here on hole 17. A narrow miss for her, but she can still keep it to an even score. And I think that's the interesting bit when it comes to, well, the golfers. As long as you can, well, avoid those bogeys. Elise Hee, she's on hole 15 as well, looking for a birdie here. And that shot will dip away from the tin cup. Seung-hui will tee off for hole 15. Well played there. Hye-jun teeing off for hole number 15. Now the contest is going to get a bit tougher here. And Jung-Yoon-ji finally gets a birdie on hole 15 to move up to a 6 under. Such a terrific shot. It's an absolutely terrific shot here from Kim Hye-jun. She's putting her skill on the display. That ball needs a little bit of coaxing, but it's not going to carry forward on its legs. Wang Yumin, she always has the crowd support. Golfers like Wang Yumin and Lee won't just come in such petite packages, and they get a lot of support. Always seem to be like, they always look like the youngest on the course, and I bet you in 10 years from now they'll still look the same. Wonderful golfers to watch in action. Lee Won, of course, giving us a hat trick of wins this year, as in 3 wins this year, and it's been quite a good one for her. Seung-hui, second stroke on hole 15. Let's remind you that it's the USA out and the Australasia in that we are concerned with here today. It's a 27-hole course, and the reason why the Bears Best is there, of course, because it was designed by Jack Nicklaus. unveiled early in the new millennium with each loop named. So we've got Australasia, Europe and USA. It's a very important tournament venue. It's hosted the tri-sanctioned Shinhan Donghae Open since 2015, which is staged on the Australasia and United States of America circuits. It was the third Bears Best layout to open after Bears Best Las Vegas in 2001 and Bears Best Atlanta the following year. The third, which is the Korean sibling, opened close to Seoul downtown where it is currently in 2012. Choi Ka-bin will need to go with the second stroke on hole 15. And don't forget that it played host to the Shinhan Donghae Open on the Asian Tour between 2014 and 2019 and the Korea Women's Open in 2019. So very, very important golf course. Meanwhile, here's Wang Yumin. As she aims for birdie on hole number 18. And that's just going to get past, well, the tin cup. Needed to finish that well, and I think it's a bit of a concern here for her. Wang Yumin would have liked to have finished that better, but 72 in round 1, 67 in round 2, 17 in round 3. Well, drops a point there at the end to finish with a 7 under. We'll see her back tomorrow, and maybe, just maybe, she might hit a stride tomorrow. Having said that, we're back to the main trio that we are focused on. Here's Park Hye-jun, second stroke on hole 15, 103 meters to the hole. She's gone in with a 48-degree wedge, and it looks like, well, she's got herself at a safe spot. I'm not going to say that it's very favorable for a birdie, but a safe spot. Kim Yoo-jo will aim for birdie on hole number 18. Played by her. She too finishes with 70, 69 and 69 and gets one ahead of Wang Yumin to finish with an 8 under. She'll be back tomorrow. So all these golfers really doing well here today. And Bang Chen-sil, well, who's had many ups and downs in this tournament, will go next. As she aims for a birdie on hole number 17, getting close to her, well, efforts for the day. 9.6 meters. She's done better than that. Remember the eagle earlier in the day. That's going to be a Cuban for her as well. Secure rim, second stroke for hole 18. Look to finish her day's event on a positive note. She's carrying an 8 under. She's got herself next to a tree, but she's just on the rough, not far away from the fairways. Second stroke for hole 18, 3.6 meters of elevation, 190 meters to cover. Park Hye-jun, meanwhile, will aim for birdie on hole 15. That's a bit of a distance for her. That's going to fall shy. Well, I think as long as she can keep her score untouched, that's what really matters here for Park Hye-jun. Okay, so Yun goes next. It's been a good day for Bae So-yoon. She'd like to finish off in a very, very positive manner. Here goes Seung-hui, 7.1 meters to cover. Can she do it? Your guess is as good as mine, and yes, she can. Well, that is a wonderful moment here for Seung-hui, and she's now up to a 13 under consecutive birdies on 14 and 15, and looking to catch up just one behind Park Hye-jun now. Absolutely wonderful putt from her, but very much in control of that. Did plan that out extremely well. Song, she's got her own battles to deal with today. Choi Ka-bin aiming for birdie on hole 15, and just a narrow miss for her. Jung Yoon-ji goes next. Jung Yoon-ji's had to actually dig deep today. Tee off time once again. Here's Seung-hui as she gets ready. It's hole 16 for her. It's been a very, very interesting day for Seung-hui, and just needs to catch up with one more point. 362 meters to cover, and it's a par 4 for the asking. Hye-jun next. Hye-jun will also be very keen on improving her score, just to stay ahead of the chasing pack.
가자, 탑승 가자라고도 응원의 메시지를 보내주셨습니다.
Choi Corbin will go next for hole 16. Sonny then looks to finish her day's event. It's a third stroke. She'll have to look forward to an even score rather than a birdie here. Song is still at hole 16, and those birdies have just eluded her right through and through today. It's well played by Mara Song. And that's straight past the tin cup. Jong Yoon Ji will aim for birdie on hole number 16. That's a good enough finish for her. Seung-hui will go next. She's carrying a 13 under. Hye-jun is up next as she Hye-jun's done well as she keeps it on the green. Looks to be a very, very good well run for her, but keep in mind the fact with 2 holes left to play for, she's either got to stretch her lead or a look at what Seung-hui has been doing. Hye-jun meanwhile will aim for Eagle Yo on hole number 18. Hye-jun finishes with 10 under, 35 on the out, 33 on the in, and a birdie to end off a day's play. And I think that that's a good bit. And Seung-hui finishes with 68 in round 1, 17 round 2, and 17 round 3, 8 under. And I think, well, she's put herself, well, into the contest for tomorrow as well. And it's going to be interesting to see all these golfers who finished off with, you know, those higher scores. They will be back in. Hye-jun 72 on round 1, 67 in round 2, 69 in round 3, and an 8 under as she finishes, you know, her event as well. ENG. Min. Second stroke for her. Carbon will just miss out on a birdie here, but will be able to clean it up with their own par finish. I don't think Marasom is having the greatest day ever. Pretty much down to the end. Just escaped well, that swamp. The caddy's just giving her a bit of help with that direction. And Michael Jackson's Billie Jean while playing in the background. Evergreen and still very relevant today. Oh boy. Don't know if you're a Jacko fan, but Bang Shin Sil, third stroke on hole number 18. And I think that's well crafted, absolutely well crafted, which puts her in good stead of finishing with an underscore and ending the day on a positive note. She's been in very good spirit today in spite of the fact that she's had many challenges. Jun-min looking for an eagle to finish off her day's event. She's been fairly silent, sits with a 6 under score. That's just gone past the target.
이승현 선수 응원합니다라고 응원의 메시지 남겨주셨습니다. 어디서 응원을 남겨놓은 선수들.
Picture of concentration here as you need to draw your thoughts together. Played just what the doctor prescribed. Lee Seung-hui finishes with 34 on the out, 36 on the in, and 8 underscore, and she's put herself in a good position for tomorrow as well. What a fine finish there for her. And while all our golfers will seem to be getting it right, as they finish off their day's efforts, I think it will just makes for a very interesting day tomorrow. That's another fine effort, and those birdies are just flying in. Jong Yoon-ji, she's had such a tough day, but a hat-trick of birdies. She's up to an 8 under, and if she gets one more, that is an absolutely fine performance from her. A hat-trick of birdies on hole 15, 16 and 17. Well done with 37 on the out, 35 on the in, a 7 under. She did have an eagle in there. Has had a fair share of struggles, but she's come good. Hong Jun-min looking to finish with the birdie on hole 18, and that'll be a fine finish for her. She's currently carrying a 6 under score. And what a miss here. I think even her caddy felt the pain. So another even score. She finishes with 6 under, 35 on the out, 37 on the in. Seung-hui has gone through the motions today. We'll need to figure out what she can do. Well, she was absolutely fantastic when we saw her in the Heaven Masters. That's, I think, a good enough run for her. We've actually run through quite a few tournaments, in this event. And let's not forget that Seung-hui won the 1 billion Heaven Masters on the 22nd of June. Coming into this event was Koji Yu, who won the World Mona Yongpyeong Open on the 29th of June. But also still in there is Lee Gayon, who won the Selfie Queens Masters, and Jung Yoon-ji, who won the Suyu Bank MBN Ladies Open. So quite a few of the golfers still very much, in the contest. Hye-jun going in with the 5-iron. Very crucial point of play for Park Hye-jun, and of course Seung-hui. Jung Yoon-ji to finish her this event as she gets to tee off for the last hole. So very quickly, a look at the leaderboard. Still up there, Park Hye-jun with 14 under. She's on hole 17 currently with Seung-hui, who is just one behind her in second position. By So-yoon Lee, they have finished off their day's event with 10 under and tied third. Yoo Hyun-jo's also finished off a day's event with 9 under and fifth. Son Ye-bin, of course, sits right below that. Those tied sixth, we are still looking at. There's a bit of a chance for them, because they're going to be back tomorrow. So very interesting day of golf. Stay with us, don't go anywhere. We've still got a lot more to play for. we go with Seung-hui now as she aims to make a difference. It's going to be quite a stretch for her to earn a birdie here, but I wouldn't be surprised if she does. She's got as close to it as possible, but an even score will still keep her, well, in a fairly good position. And she'll be able to clean this up easy. Shakeup in, aims for birdie on hole number 17. It's going to be a bit tough for her. I was just looking back at Hye-jun, who's now 22 years old, and she was a runner-up at the Doosan Engineering and Construction Weave Championship, and that was in 2024. Second place in the 11th KLPGA Tour, the Jew Samdasu Masters. Shakeup will finish her efforts here. In 2023, Hye-jun also came third in the KLPGA 2023 Miko Gunsan CC Dream Tour. Second place in the Sulago Jump Tour, round 9 in 2021. She's never won a KLPGA event, and that's going to be very interesting because today she has been in flying form. Meanwhile, Onion Ju looking for an eagle here on hole 18. She's just gone past the destination. Hye-jun aiming for birdie on hole 17. If she gets that, it'll be up to a 15 under for her. She'll have a very solid lead again. And that ball definitely afraid of the dark. There's no doubt about it. Well, there was a very good opportunity for her to just got up there to that 15 under. But I think a gentle tap-in will do it, and she'll stay with 14 under. She's got one more hole to play for. Well, she's just gone about, her play like it's a normal day or a normal round of golf. Meanwhile, Jaravi Boonchant aiming for birdie on hole 18. She had that lovely approach shot. Wonderful Thai golfer who's been making great strides, on the Asian tours. Jaravi Boonchant finishes with birdie, takes 7 under as a score, 34 on the out, 37 on the in. Onion Ju will also end with the birdie to move the score up to 1 under. It's a positive finish for her. She's had a terrible time here. 5 bogeys and a buzzer as well. It's been a very, very difficult one for her. But she finishes with a 1 under. And that's a good way to end on a positive note. Seung-hui, second stroke on hole 18. To a second stroke for hole 18. will go next. Second stroke on hole 18. I do love the sounds of a guitar with distortion. I just heard that coming in. Well, beautiful layout actually, if you just look at those, and it's also due to the weather, but you know, the sand hazards, well, really looking beautiful there, like actually spots of milky white water from a distance. And here we go down to a last bit of play as we near the end. It's going to be tee off time, as Seung-hui, who's currently in second position, will get to tee off for hole 18. Seung-hui. Hye-jun. And she's just having a bit of a smile there. Don't know whether it's the wind conditions. She's just sharing a joke there with Choi-ka-bim. And these three girls have really, or ladies, have really had, well, an enjoyable time today on the course. They've been in very good spirits, have shared, you know, a few good moments, a few good laughs. And that's really what it's all about. The camaraderie sometimes is fascinating. And that is a good swing from her. I love the way that Choi-ka-bim really does go about. Her lower body movement is always more or less very, very strong. She's going to miss the destination, but I think it's going to work well for her. BCE's had her time in the sun as well. G. Third stroke on hole 18. Marathon aiming for eagle here on hole 18. It's been a very challenging day for her. She's had well, much to overcome, and I think a birdie to finish off her event will be really good. And yes, she does. A positive note to finish with 67 in round 1, 17 in round 2, 72 in round 3, and a 7 under score to finish off well, her third round. She was fabulous on in round 1 when most other golfers struggled, but all that she's caught up with her. A beautiful clubhouse there, as you can see, absolutely lovely to look at. It's a big place, lovely restaurant as well in there. More importantly, that whole area is going to be jam-packed tomorrow. That's the right way to put it. Because the crowds have really grown along with the golfers' scores, and the fact that the putts have been increasing from day 1 till day 3. It's been a steady increase in the volume, or the mass of fans that have turned out. Jung Yoon-ji also would like to finish with the birdie on hole 18, and if she does that, it'll be fantastic. Narrow miss for her, but she'll clean it up with an even score. Had a hat-trick of birdies on 15, 16 and 17, and an on-par finish here for the last hole. So all said and done, 69 in round 1, 68 in round 2 and 71 in round 3. Jung Yoon-ji may have missed out on the 9 under, but she's got an 8 under score in there, and I think she'll be happy about that. Up next, Seung-hui has got a chart her path out. And Lee Si-hee will finish on a positive note as well. 71, 66 and 70 consecutively in round 1, 2 and 3, and it's a good finish for her today with a 9 underscore, and she's delighted about that. Also to have finished off with an underscore on hole number 18. And we're back to our main trio here that we've been focusing on. It's Hye-jun, Seung-hui and Choi Ka-bim. They've all been movers in their own right. Choi Ka-bim and Seung-hui yesterday, with Seung-hui finishing at the top of the heap. Today, she was in second position, second stroke, 112 meters to cover. This is the last hole of the day for them. Choi Ka-bim will go next. into the launch of the green. Now back Hye-jun. Gets a good bit of power behind that one. Also onto the carpet. So all three golfers have got themselves in the safe zone. Hye-jun has enjoyed the day. Quick wave for the camera as well.
자, 마지막 또 선수들이 진행을 하고 있습니다. 우리 선수들, 마지막 선수들을 소개합니다. 아낌없는 박수 함성으로 선수들을 맞이해 주시길 바라겠습니다. 자, 첫 번째 선수를 소개합니다. 오승희 선수를 소개합니다. 멋진 말 주시면 두 번째 선수를 소개해드리도록 하겠습니다. 최하빈 선수를 소개합니다. 마지막 세 번째 선수를 소개합니다. 박혜준 선수를 소개합니다. LG KLPGA 신청해 주셨습니다. 자, 네 선수들 모두 마지막 선수로 좋은 결과를 기록할 수 있도록 힘찬 일본의 박수와 함성!
Seung-hui goes next. "49 meters to the hole. It's a third stroke on hole 18. And that's well placed by her. Just wondering whether she fell short earlier, while the other two golfers still land, their shots onto the green. And that will be interesting, because do you have two attempts on the green, or do you have just one attempt for a birdie? We'll have to get a view of that just to figure that out, because it certainly looks like there might be an opportunity here for the other two ladies to actually claim an eagle. Choi Kabim will not be too pleased with that. But hole 18 has been a bit of a revelation for all of us. Well, if you just look back, day one or round one, it was Yoo-hyun Jo who finished with an eagle on hole 18. And then in round two, Kim Min-byul had an eagle on hole 18. And then Hwang Yun-min gave us such a fantastic eagle as well on hole 18. Park Hye-jun aiming for eagle now on hole 18. She'll have to play it safe because do remember, regardless, and well, she did have a fantastic moment earlier as well with an eagle. Lovely push there. And that's just going to miss the destination, but it's a chance for her to finish with a birdie, and I think she'll be happy about that. All it needs is a tap in, and she's going to take a score up anyways. So she finishes with 15 under. Park Hye-jun. She's had an eagle and 4 birdies in there, 33 on the in. A rock solid position, and as long as tomorrow she can keep that momentum and nothing changes in terms of the weather, I do believe she might be the golfer to watch. It could also be her first KLPGA win, but she'll really have to work hard for it because the experience and the wisdom of golfers who are seasoned will really come into play on the 4th and final round, or if it's a 3-day event, on the day of the finale or the 3rd day. In this case, of course, we are looking at the 4th. Seung-hui has got to plan her movement as well. She's going to take a bit of time to think. She does know, the wind, of course, looks to be fairly blowing against her. Depends what kind of a push she's going to look forward with. Oh, that's absolutely well played. And Ryo Seung-hui finishes with 14 under. Terrific scores there, 68, 66 and 68 in 3 consecutive days. She'll remain in rank 2 with a 14 under score. Absolutely wonderful performance from her. Didn't set herself up for an eagle, but she did just enough. And that's what I was saying. 2 efforts on the green, or 1 off the green and 1 on the green when it's closer to the flagstick. Choi Kabim. And Choi Kabim too will be happy to have finished off fairly decent. 68, 67 and 72 in 3 consecutive days, and a score of 9 under. It's been a very good day of golf and much to expect. They're good mates, Choi Kabim and Park Hye-jun. They were sharing a few good laughs around, but what a performance from these two. Park Hye-jun really the mover today, and then Ryo Seung-hui, absolutely stunning performance from them. Very quickly, let's take a look at those highlights to figure out how things well planned out on hole number 9. Well, as we can see, it was Yoo-hyun Jo. And that just sailed past the destination. 10th hole. Lead A on. Finish there. The 9 under to move up, to a 3rd position. Then Bang Chun-sil. That was a stunning eagle from her on hole number 10. And then on the 9th hole, Ryo Seung-hui. That was a very good finish from her. Ryo Seung-hui just had 1 birdie on the out. And then Bae So-yoon. Well, came good here on hole number 12. She went up with the birdie to 7 under. Then on the 15th hole, Lee Dae-yeon, she was in third with an 8 under, and a birdie there would move her up into second position. That all of course would change at the end of the day. But on the 10th hole, Hye-jun gave us an absolutely stellar eagle there, and she was super excited. On the 13th hole, that approach shot from Hye-jun, she was right now at the top of the heap with that 13 under score. Absolutely stunning placement from her. Seung-hui back again. Needed to get a birdie in here. That was a beautifully crafted putt from her. Even the ball could say no. It had to say yes, it couldn't say no. On the 14th hole, Seung-hui, she was at 11 under here, and this is where she started picking up, just chasing, the leader of the pack. And that was absolutely stunning. Set herself up for a birdie, but she would finish with to move up the order, or not to move up the order, but to play catch up. And on the 15th hole again, needed a birdie here. She was sitting with a 12 under. That was an absolutely perfect putt, and that moved her 1 point closer to her counterpart. So consecutive birdies on 14 and 15 for Seung-hui. And then she missed out on crafting her eagle for herself on hole 18, but stayed close to Hye-jun with a birdie of her own. Hye-jun could have gone up to, a 16 under here. Missed out on the eagle narrowly, cleaned it up with the birdie, and still finished at the top of the leaderboard with a 15 under. As far as Seung-hui went, she needed a birdie as well to finish with a 14 under and stay in second position. And that's 4 points ahead of the pack, or 4 underscore ahead of the chasing pack. What a performance! 68, 66 and 68. Well, we do hope you've enjoyed this round 3 of golf in the 15th Lotte Open. Hye-jun at the top of the heap with Seung-hui in second. Hye-jun 15 under, Seung-hui 14 under. Then you've got the 10 under duo, Bai So-yoon and Lee Dae-yeon, who in tied third. Lee Si-hee, Yoo-hyun Jo and Choi Ka-bin in tied fifth with 9 under. And So Ye-bin with 8 under in tied 8th, who is also joined by a whole lot of other golfers who are still very much in the fray. So that's it for round 3. My name is Glenn Mascarenas, and it's time for me to shut shop and ship out of here, but I'll be back with you tomorrow to take you through the final round, and believe you me, it's going to be a very tight one with Seung-hui and Hye-jun currently leading a tight contest at the top. So till tomorrow, it's bye-bye for now.